Okay, so back by popular demand, I am going to go over the most popular and best fishing reels in Japan for the year of 2021. Now, it's been a couple of years since I've done this video, I think back in 2019, and I would have done one last year, but unfortunately the information wasn't available to me. Now, just to give you guys information on what I'm talking about, I'm going to read this off to you. It says the famous Japanese lure magazine will rank the annual reel every year to select the best reel products of the year through reader voting and evaluation. The best bass fishing reel in 2021, who will spend it? So basically, I think the biggest fishing magazine in Japan is called Lure, and every year they allowed their readers to vote and evaluate and decide which is the best bass fishing reel, both spinning and bait casting. Now, the vlog that I'm getting this from is Chinese, so basically the Chinese blog is translating Japanese into Chinese, and then my Google Translate is translating that Chinese into English. So a lot of these sentences might not make sense, but the show must go on. Okay, so we're going to start off with the spinning reels first, and in 10th place is going to be the 2018 Daiwa Exist, and I guess it has a score of 109, and that says as the flagship model of Factory D, the 18 Exist fully covers various bass fishing needs and other environments with lightweight and cold forge high strength gears and large diameter main teeth, as well as an integrated monocoque body magnetic oil system. Now that the 22 Exist appears, the ranking of the 18 models may only be here temporarily. However, it still rose from the previous 14th to 10th place. So in 10th place for spinning is the flagship 2018 Daiwa Exist, which of course we know was replaced this year. Alright, so 9th place is the Abu Garcia Roxani, which is kind of surprising, and it's got a score of 124. Now it says as a cost-effective model under Abu, it uses an aluminum alloy integrated body, and the overall design concept is similar to the high-end REVO model, and it is equipped with AM gears and anti-salt bearings. It is a cost-effective model that can cope with all environments. The ranking also rose from 11th to 9th. So I guess the last time they did this poll, it was in 9th place. Alright, so 8th place, Daiwa TATULA. As Daiwa's flagship brand in the United States, TATULA can be regarded as saving a lot of markets. This spinning wheel is also designed for bass fishing. The concept of LT is also added to it, which is both lightweight and durable, but because the new spinning wheel in 2021 is too competitive, intense, it dropped one spot to 8th. So I guess last year it was in 7th, and due to stiff competition it dropped to 8th. Now the first thing I found funny was that they think it's Daiwa's flagship brand in the United States. But I guess that could be true if you're talking about overall sales. But the TATULA got a score of 132. Okay, 7th place, another Daiwa, 21 Cardia with a score of 145. So I think this is the Caldia. Daiwa 21 Cardia is, as a new model, is relatively good in this position. The positioning and overall configuration of Cardia's recent 2 generations of products are actually relatively unsuccessful, editor's note. So Factory D can't wait to update 21 Cardia models. This generation uses one-piece monocoque body made of Zion 5, which can finally hold larger size gears, so the overall performance and rigidity have improved compared to the previous 2 generations, ranking 6th. Alright, so in 6th place we have our first Shimano. Shimano STRADIC scored 165. Now it says by adopting the Hagani concept gear and the Hagani concept body, the X protection performance is used to pursue durability. The heart is equipped with the 2nd generation precision teeth of Micro Module Gear 2, enjoying the silk smooth winding comfort close to the flagship model, and the reasonable price and ease of use are also welcome. But because this series has been out for several years, it has been updated before model, so his ranking dropped from 3rd to 6th. So yeah, the very popular STRADIC, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I did this video it was in 1st place, so they may have actually done this last year, but this vlog just didn't cover the 2020 results. Alright, so 5th place is another Shimano, the Twin Power, score of 186. Shimano Twin Power as the high rigidity and high-end representative of the S Factory. The new Twin Power has also upgraded the performance and weight of the entire model. From the user's point of view, it is sandwiched between STELLA and Vanquish, and today's pursuit of lightweight, the high rigidity and solid style in the era of comfort and comfort seems unpleasant. But there are still many people who love the high rigidity feeling, such as the Hagani concept body and all metal high rigidity turntable. So his position rose from 8th to 5th. So I mentioned this in a previous video where the trend with the spinning reels is lightweight and quick response, meaning low inertia turning of the handle, and those usually favor the lighter reels that use, magnesium or some kind of a fancy carbon graphite material to save weight. So the Twin Power, since it's pretty much all metal, it doesn't fit into that style. But it says the position rose from 8th to 5th. Alright, so in 4th place, another Shimano, the Vanford. I bet a lot of you guys didn't know the Vanford was sold in Japan, but it scored 288. Now, as a replacement for the STRADIC CI4 Plus, the Vanford inherits the Little Vanquish status of the STRADIC CI4 Plus, and is a lightweight, ultra-sensitive model called Vanquish Killer. So that's interesting, because of his pursuit of performance. This is a surprise, and the price is also in a relatively reasonable range, so it has become more popular. So jumped up from the previous 12th to the current 4th place. So apparently last year it was in 12th place, which was the year it came out. Alright, so 3rd place, the 2018 Shimano Stella with a score of 309. Now it says Shimano 18 Stella, as the classic flagship model of the S Factory, has not had a large fluctuation range since its inception, and it no longer needs to be explained as the pinnacle of the spinning reel world. However, it has dropped 1 place from the previous 2nd place and is currently ranked 3rd. The reason may be related to the 22 new models. It is estimated that the ranking may change again next year. So over in Japan, they clearly favor the Stella over the Exist from Daiwa. Okay, so 2nd place is the Shimano Vanquish. It says scored 420. Now, the missed opportunity for the defending champion fell 1 place from last year's champion and became runner-up. The body and turntable are made of Shimano's original carbon material CI4 Plus and magnesium alloy. Sexual body. The widened spool cup lengthens the wrapping width of the line, allowing the line to be released smoothly, even in the second half of the casting, increasing the casting distance. Okay, so apparently last year in 2020, the Vanquish was number 1, and it dropped down to number 2. So that means 1 reel scored above the Vanquish. And that reel is 1st place, Daiwa LEWS. Daiwa 20 LEWS. The new LEWS is a classic model among the mid-level spinning wheels of the D Factory. The new LEWS adopts a Zion monocoque body and a lightweight turntable, which achieves a light weight of 155 grams for the 2500 model while maintaining high strength. In addition, a large diameter hard digital gear integrated monocoque body with cold forging process and a good appearance are also introduced. It is not inferior to the flagship level. It has almost the same performance, but the actual price ranges from 30,000 to 40,000 yen. From the user's point of view, it is the most natural number 1. So the 21st year D Factory finally won the championship again after 5 years is LEWS. So I guess the past 5 years it's probably been Shimano that's been winning this 1st place. And then in 2021, the LEWS finally captured number 1 for Daiwa again. Okay, so now we're going to see the top 30 rankings. and this could give us an idea of some of the positions last year. So it says, yep, the Vanquish was number 1 last year, the Stella was number 2, the STRADIC was number 3, look, REVO MG Extreme from Abu Garcia was in 14th place. The new Xenon from Abu Garcia, the top of the line flagship, was in 18th place, but it was a new reel, so maybe next year it'll be higher. Theory, Freeze, blah blah blah. So basically all we're seeing is Shimano, Daiwa, and some Abu Garcia. But according to the readers who voted and gave reviews, first place goes to the Daiwa LEWS. Now I'm not sure if the LEWS is for sale here in America or not, but 30 to 40,000 yen tells me it's not cheap. Okay, so let's get to what we've all been waiting for, and that is the bait casters. Okay, so over in the bait casting realm, 10th place was the 2018 Shimano ANTARES DC Monster Drive with a score of 103. And it says Shimano ANTARES DC MD has dropped from the previous 4th place to 10th place. As a powerful long throw model, it can use a wide range of lures. It has the XB long throw mode, which is suitable for all kinds of medium and large lures, and the fishing method has good compatibility. Because it has been out for 4 years and the new reel has been replaced in the past 4 years, it is normal for the position of this reel to drop. So Shimano's top of the line big bait reel is number 10. Okay, so 9th place is the 2021 Shimano ANTARES DC with a score of 105. And it says, as the new model, Shimano 21 ANTARES DC used the latest DC digital braking system 4x8 DC as the flagship model in the DC family. It is equipped with the new Magnum Light Spool 3-wire cup for the first time in the DC family, which further improves the casting. Efficiency as a new model, there is room for improvement in the future, and currently ranks 9th. So since this came out last year, it's obvious that it didn't place in the 2020 rankings, so they're predicting that next year the new 21 ANTARES DC will probably go up in ranking. Okay, so 8th place, Shimano new Calcutta Conquest with a score of 113. The new Calcutta Conquest drum wheel, as the flagship drum wheel series of the golden legend of the S brand, has also been updated in 2021 using a new gear system, wire cup, and centrifugal braking system. And the overall performance improvement also brings the feeling of use and maintaining the high rigidity and solid characteristics of the past, jumped up from the previous 20th place to the current 8th place. So I guess the previous Calcutta Conquest was down in 20th place, and this new model, which came out last year, debuts in 8th place above the ANTARES DC, which is pretty surprising. Okay, so 7th place, Shimano SLX DC with a score of 120. Now it says Shimano SLX DC has also begun to gain popularity as the most popular model of the S factory. With a good use and simple 4-speed adjustment of IDC4, even beginners can enjoy the feeling of use without fried powder. Because of the comprehensive cost performance, it jumped from the previous 16th to 7th. Wow, so it jumped up like almost 10 places. Now of course this is the current SLX DC, not the new one that's going to be coming out this year. So it's going to be interesting to see what Japan thinks of the new SLX DC that's going to be coming out. Okay, 6th place is going to be the Shimano 21 ANTARES, which I believe should be the 2019 ANTARES, but it says Shimano 21 ANTARES as a flagship model of the SVS centrifugal model of the S factory, pursues lightweight while maintaining high durability and low inertia Magnum Light Spool 3-wire cup, which can go to further areas. compared to its ranking from 7th to 6th. So yeah, a couple of things here. The 2019 Shimano Antares, which is what they're really talking about here, it is not lightweight, but everything else is pretty accurate. Alright, so 5th place is the first Daiwa, the Daiwa STEEZ ATW, which is a popular reel for Daiwa fans here in America. Now it says, although the Daiwa STEEZ A is the brother of the STEEZ SVTW, it is the first high rigidity model added by the D factory in the STEEZ family, pursuing higher durability and strength even in harsh North American events. Used and kept in its own position, still stable in 5th place. So I guess it was 5th place last year as well. Alright, so 4th place. This is a surprise to me. Daiwa STEEZ SVTW. Now it says Daiwa STEEZ SVTW, like the previous STEEZ ATW, is an old model with a certain age and still maintains a certain competitiveness due to its ease of use, SV cup, flexible braking force adjustment, and light and rigid G1 line cup can deal with any environment, including headwinds. So even though it's been several years, it's still risen from 6th to 4th. So I guess last year it was 4th place. Alright, 3rd place, another Daiwa. So the Daiwa seem to be taking all the top spots. Daiwa 20 TATULA SVTW. Now it says, as the best turnaround series under Factory D in recent years, Daiwa 20 TATULA SV also continues to maintain a good audience. The 20 models have been improved to control their own weight within 200 grams and maintain durability and rigidity. 32mm SV hard aluminum. The range of lures that can be handled by the line cup is also wider, and the cheaper price is also welcome by everyone, as a new model can be ranked here also shows its advantages. Alrighty. Okay, so 2nd place, 2021 Daiwa ZILLION SVTW 1000. This should get the fanboys excited. Now it says the Daiwa 21 ZILLION SVTW is the first major facelift of the D factory in recent years. The appearance and internal gear set have been improved, so although it is a new model, it is very attractive. The new SV cup also further widens the ease of use. The usability and throwing performance ranked 2nd as soon as it came out. So the Daiwa ZILLION, the 2021 model, the new one, even though it was new and came out in 21, it immediately placed 2nd. So that means there's one reel ahead of this, and let's find out what it is. Boom! 1st place, Shimano METANIUM, score 464. It says the hard-hitting METANIUM running list. Even if Shimano METANIUM is surging, I will not stand still. Shimano's classic METANIUM series has been sitting on the top spot for several years in a row, and this generation of products has further optimized the framework, and the lightweight is still maintained. The Magnum Light 3 spool line cup also brings good casting support. Whether it is bass fishing or other fishing methods, it can be well dealt with, and you can enjoy the fun of fishing all over the world. So even though the METANIUM came out in 2020, if we look at the ranking here, it came out and immediately went to 1st place according to this. And trying to figure out whose 2nd place was. So here are the rest. The 11th place was the STEEZ CT SVTW, 12th place was the BANTAM, 13th was the Calcutta CONQUEST DC, 14th was the discontinued 2016 METANIUM MGL, 15th was the METANIUM DC, 16th was the ZPI Alcance model, the RGC I guess. 17th is the first Abu Garcia, the REVO Black 9, which I believe that was on the 2019 list. 18th is the 2017 Antares DC, which is discontinued. 20th, the Shimano ALDEBARAN BFS. So this is the first bait finesse reel that we see on this list, and not surprising, it's ranked as the #1 BFS reel in Japan. Now, the 2019 Scorpion MGL was 21, Alpha CTSV 22, the Abu Garcia REVO LTX BF8 is ranked 23. I thought that reel was discontinued, but of course there are some discontinued reels on this list. The Abu Garcia Roxani was 24. The Shimano SLX 25. Alpha's Air TW is 26. Now it says here it dropped 16 places, so last year it might have actually been ranked 10th, which is very high for a bait finesse reel, but it dropped down to 26 below the ALDEBARAN. And that's probably due to the fact that it did come out in 2020, and of course, as I explained to you guys in my Alphas versus ALDEBARAN shootout, there was a lot of hype created about that reel. Most of it was created by me. Alright, 27th was the SLX BFS, 28th Bass 1 XT, 29 the Genius Gravius, and 30 the Shimano Bass Rise. So very interesting list here, and I am missing something, and that is, but there is a reel missing here, and I think there might have been a mistake. The reel that's missing is the 2021 Scorpion DC, and I think that is probably some kind of a typo, because that is the most popular JDM reel of the moment, in my opinion. It's always on the top sellers list, and it doesn't even make the top 30 list, so that's got to be a mistake. It's more than likely somewhere in the top 10, but it was just some kind of a mistranslation. Well, at least that's what I'm going to assume. So once again, guys, the Shimano METANIUM reigns supreme over in Japan as the best bait casting reel. And here we go, is a list here. I guess since they've started doing this poll from 1999 to 2004, the TDZ reigned supreme, and it was inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's kind of funny. 2005, Shimano Antares DC won. And then pretty much every year since then, it's been some form of Shimano METANIUM, whether it be the MG, the DC, or the MGL. Alright guys, so that's it for the 2021 ranking of the best reels according to the Japanese anglers. A couple of things to note here. I don't know if sales numbers have anything to do with this, probably not. But it's clear the Japanese anglers prioritize, I guess, quality and performance over price versus what us American anglers prioritize. And I think that's because most of those guys are bank anglers, and they don't, go into massive amounts of debt buying a bass bow with electronics and all sorts of things like we tend to do here in America, where the boat is more important than the rod and the reel. So hopefully they'll come out with a list again next year, and if they do, I will share it with you. Alright guys, let me know what you think of this list and these rankings in the comments section. I'm pretty sure there was some shilling going on in these rankings, but probably not as bad as we have going on over here in America. Alright guys, thanks a lot.